I'll go ahead and jump straight into a short captain's question, and it was something I wanted to bring up last week when we were talking about R3 Astromech the card. And I was really because I mentioned at the beginning is how will these cards affect um, here's Aturi Cluster, hot AC, and do you two think that people in hot AC will actually use R3 Astromech? Like I know people aren't really for it in tournaments, but it's when it's the idea of keeping your guy alive, your character, it's a little bit different, and you start viewing that extra evade option as a much better option to have.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the reasons that R3 Astromech wouldn't work in a normal tournament game, you can sort of work around in hot AC. So number one problem is that in a normal game you can't guarantee that you're going to be firing first, right? So if you're like the last one shooting, then
Doesn't do
you
anything
run
for you.
it's useless. But in hot AC, there's going to be a bunch of pilot skill 1 TIE fighters in almost every mission. So it's going to come in. It's going to trigger a lot more often. All you need is that focus result that you can that you're not using essentially on that attack that you don't convert to a hit. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I can see it being used because the preponderance of the TLT Predator combination for people taking Y wings, to me, it seems like, well,
yeah,
if you've got this opportunity to roll 6 dice, you really only need one focus on
It's
across
only
all of
primary
those.
weapons.
Oh, it's only primary? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Then yeah, that messes that up too. But that would have thought that would have made a good idea, but then the BTL one would work with it. So
True, if
uh,
you had it in R, because we did have someone
yeah,
tonight who used the BTL Y wing with TLT, and actually, I think he ranked up the most experience because he was. I didn't think
yeah.
you'd really have, it'd be as easy to get people in arc, but he kind of slow rolled, and I think he always had a shot. It was good.
Yeah, that's the trick with those BTLs. I have a list that my Damn the Torpedoes list, which runs a couple of those and some headhunters, and it really is a kind of a slow roll sort of list, and it can get in trouble if you got a bunch of arc dodgers and things. But against the kind of AI generated, you're going to at least get one solid turn of them just really jousting and charging straight at you. That BTL with the R3 doesn't sound like the worst combination. You could just take a ranging shot with the primary, and you still have the TLT behind it to kind of just plink away with damage. And of course, with Predator, you get lots of rerolls,
Yeah,
so
yeah. But
you
I
got
will
that
say,
chance.
I agree that it can be used. In fact, tonight we had one of the Sling Paint guys. They took a break from podcasting and or video YouTubing, and came and played Hot AC. It was his first time playing, and he actually took R3. He wanted to take it, so he really kept wanting to. There was a few times he just couldn't quite get it to work when he wanted to, but so I think I think we'll see it more. But it was cool to see him try out Hot AC because he's been doing 100 point deathmatch for a while. He said he's getting a bit burnt out on it. So it was good. It was good. Oh, there is one thing. Budgernaut on the FFG forums came up with this, and I really like it. We tried it tonight, and it worked out very well. I think you will like it, J-Bot. The idea is you pull your experience points that you gain for the mission to the very end, and then you split it up to everybody. Even split as much as possible, and then whoever's got the least experience points or least, upgrade, pilot skill upgrades, all that, gets the leftover ones. So like we played tonight, and we did very well. It was the first intro mission. Everybody was a starter character, but my guy, he was PS3, and we ended up. Everybody got 9 experience, but me, I got 8 because I was PS3. So it was a really nice split of experience, and everybody did
yeah,
pretty well with it.
really
Yeah, I
nice.
certainly like the idea because obviously I enjoy playing more defensive type of builds, in a sense more team oriented, to help people out. And I've heard a lot of people that want to do the same. They want to make the kind of Hawk build where you're passing out focuses or foci and that sort of thing. But it does cut back on your XP, and unless those foci are being used for actual attacks or defenses. So pooling it seems to me like a really interesting kind of balancing trick for the whole party. If you're kind of sticking together, it seems like every role-playing game I've ever played, that tends to be what it is, and maybe one player gets an extra one for some crazy thing that they did. So I could see using that as a rule, and then those missions where the person who did the most defensive actions gets one, that would be one that player actually keeps, if that makes sense. I don't know if y'all did that or not, but to me that makes sense.
We just kind of said whoever didn't have the enough at the end, like whoever was lowest got extra. It turned out that everybody else was PS2, new character, but me. So we had like 4 out of 5 players, so we had 4 extra XP. So it turned out perfect. But it really did help tone down, who shoots first? No, you shoot first. No, you shoot first. Because I want you to wound him and strip his tokens so I can finish him off.
It eliminates a lot of that internal conflict. You're really, working as a team now to just do the maximum amount of damage, not trying to ensure that you get the maximum amount of XP personally.
Party efficiency over personal efficiency.
Right. Yeah, I obviously am a huge fan of the cooperative side of it, and the more cooperative you get, the better to me. So I actually like the idea. I'm interested to play it.
Excellent. Well, so that's my captain's question.